Hi, good morning. Thank you for your patience. Will you guys please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everybody in the room and everybody on cameras. I'm Mr. Frank, and I'm head of school. I want to congratulate all of you on getting where you are today. In the case of our inductees, congratulations to you for everything you've done in scholarship, leadership, service, and character. For all of you, not just the people here in the room, but for all of you in the upper school, I want to congratulate you on your achievements in school, on the fields, on the stages, and for being each of you, all of you, the bricks in the mortar of our community. Remember, we are marking this particular day, but the work that has gotten you here to this spot right now is a process. It is not a destination. I've said to several people over the past week or two that doing hard work is something that we're all willing to do. The very fact that you're here in this auditorium today tells me that you're all willing to do hard work. But the constant, the ongoing challenge is to do the right hard things. We've got to do the right hard things. So congratulations, NHS inductees, on doing so many of the right hard things. And congratulations, everyone, for doing all the right things to make this first 3 weeks as successful as it has been. Thank you so much. Mrs. Arnold?
Thank you so much, Mr. Frank, for your kind words. It's a shame I'm wearing a mask because I'd love for all of you to see how I'm smiling right now. I'm just so thankful to be here in person with each and every one of you and finally able to celebrate this really great achievement. Please give yourselves a round of applause. So did you know the NHS will celebrate its centennial anniversary on March 1st of 2021? When the NHS was founded in 1921, they hoped to create an organization that would recognize and encourage academic excellence. 100 years later, over 1 million students spread across America are currently active in this exceptional organization. The Society's objectives are to create enthusiasm for scholarship, to stimulate desire to render service to others, to promote meaningful leadership, and to encourage the development of strong character in students in America's schools. Now more than ever, as we face a global pandemic, there's so much need for qualities like leadership, character, and service. Members of the Faculty Council will explain the values of the National Honor Society, beginning with Spanish teacher Amy Cooper.
We will now explain the principles of the National Honor Society. The candle burning in the center of the table represents the torch of knowledge, the epitome of all our goals. Waiting to be lighted are the candles which symbolize the 4 requirements upon which election to the society is based: scholarship, character, leadership, and service. Math teacher Todd Sayre will describe scholarship, the first and primary principle of the NHS.
Scholarship is a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study because he or she recognizes the lasting benefits of a curious and cultivated mind. Learning is a lens through which we observe the past, both its glories and its disasters. Learning is a lamp that illuminates the future and the many paths that lie before us. Learning lays bare the vast treasures of humanity's heritage and leads us to wisdom. We hope to continue to learn even when our formal education is ended, for we honor wisdom, and we know it can be acquired only through our own diligence and effort. We hope that the pursuit of knowledge will be, for us, a never-ending one. Photography teacher John Alley will describe character.
Character is a positive force in each person which distinguishes one individual from all others. It is the force of character which guides us through life, resonating with sympathy, responsibility, tolerance, and even heroism to meet the demands made upon us. Character is an achievement, not a gift. It is a daily striving to self-discipline so that choices are based on morality and decency and not on self-interest or opportunism. Science teacher Laura Atkinson will describe leadership.
We are challenged today, as never before, by a desperate search for leadership, for men and women who combine unparalleled charisma with wisdom, character, and desire to serve. The price of leadership is sacrifice, a willingness to yield one's personal interests to the interests of others. To those gifted with the ability to lead, we say, you have great talent and an even greater responsibility. Use your talents wisely. You have already shown leadership in your school life. Continue to accept greater challenges after you leave this auditorium and these halls, and be leaders through all stages of life. History teacher Sarah Dwelly will describe service, the final principle of the NHS.
A willingness to help and an unselfish devotion to serving one's fellow men and women makes life better, happier, and more fulfilling as we strive together for the common good. Giving of oneself with enthusiasm for good and vital purposes without thought of recompense or remuneration brings its own rewards. Service does not flaunt itself. It is a simple giving and sharing of one's energies and abilities wherever there is need. Much has been given to us, therefore, we must give as much as we can to others. Now our Director of College Counseling, Ms. Heather Jeter, will share some of her insights.
Good morning. Inductees, congratulations on this accomplishment and for finally having the opportunity to participate in your induction ceremony. Certainly, special thanks are in order to Ms. Arnold for bringing us together. Even a global pandemic couldn't extinguish her determination to see this group properly inducted. Please join me in thanking her for her tenacity. You just heard descriptions of the 4 pillars of NHS: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. The idea I'm about to propose incorporates all of these values, so I think it is perfect to share with you on your induction day. The genesis of this idea stems from my love of really great quotations. If you were to spend some time perusing the bulletin board above the desk in my office, socially distant from me, of course, you would find many of my favorite quotes. However, you wouldn't find one of my top 3 quotations because I have it memorized. In fact, it has become one of my life's mantras. Plant trees under whose shade you don't expect to sit. These words are attributed to Nelson Henderson, who knew a lot about planting things because he was a farmer. So, what is Henderson telling us? While I would vastly prefer to have a large, probing discussion with all of you to uncover his meaning, in the interest of time, I'll give you my quick interpretation. Plant trees. Do good, useful things, purposeful things, under whose shade, whose results, whose ultimate outcomes you do not expect to sit. you will probably never see or benefit from yourself. So let's put it all together. Do good things whose results you will probably never see or benefit from yourself. Or in Henderson's words again, plant trees under whose shade you do not expect to sit. One of the reasons why I love this quotation is because the meaning is a little obscure. You kind of have to sit with it for a second to contemplate what exactly it means. It's not exactly like fortune cookie wisdom or something that can go on a bumper sticker. I feel like if this was on a bumper sticker, it would cause mass pileups because people would read it and then start thinking about it and lose track of the fact that they were driving. But thankfully, I haven't found it on a bumper sticker yet. So now, why am I encouraging you to invest your time in pursuits that may take years to come to fruition, whose ultimate outcomes may not benefit you personally? Because I think such commitments are particularly the responsibility of leaders like yourselves and are particularly necessary in tough times like the ones we're in. Right now, people need to be reminded to act selflessly, to remain hopeful, and to focus on the promise of the future. And you, each of you, can model all of these things. So, here's my charge to you today. Start something this year that you can't possibly see to fruition before you graduate. That's right. I just asked you to start something and not finish it. In fact, I want it to be so big that you can't possibly finish it. I want you to plant a tree that you are probably not going to see grow. That's the whole point. Maybe it's a club, an awareness campaign, or a service project. Think about something that matters to you a lot and begin to act on it. Don't do it for your college resume or to benefit yourself in any way. Do it to improve the lives of people you will probably never meet. If even one of these ideas manages to stick, imagine how amazing that would be. If several of these ideas, these saplings, if you will, begin to grow in our community, their impact could be felt for decades. How amazing would that be? So I want you to get to it. I'm here to listen to all of your ideas for plantings and to encourage you along the way. I do want to make one caveat, though. Please don't start planting actual trees around campus because I think that might throw off our maintenance staff a little bit. So let's keep these trees metaphorical. Again, congratulations on your accomplishment. We're relying on you now to plant great things, to leave your legacy at Steward. You have a really unique opportunity to do so, and I have every confidence you will. Thank you.
Ms. Jeter, thank you so much. You always inspire us, and Steward is stronger because you're with us, so thank you for that. Now we will proceed with our virtual tapping of our candidates. You'll notice we're including a short statement from each student about how they embody the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society: scholarship, leadership, character, and service. Mrs. Atkinson will begin.
Inductees, while your narrative is being read, if you could stand for the entire time your narrative is read, and FYI, they're going in alphabetical order. So, the Steward School National Honor Society taps Grace Alger, who writes, "Every year I volunteer at a fundraising event for a nonprofit organization known as the Peter Paul Foundation. This foundation helps underprivileged kids and families experience the same opportunities as privileged kids and families. Working with families and children in need has always been a passion of mine, and I hope one day I can create a nonprofit organization that will help young underprivileged children." The Stewards National Honor Society taps Mara Beck, who says, "I was in a group called Studio Performance Academy from 5th to 10th grade. We went out into the community to spread our love of theater and music by performing anywhere from nursing homes to events around Richmond. We also dressed up as Disney characters and brought joy to kids and adults." The Steward National Honor Society taps Anya Bhargava, who writes, "During my internship with Angan Trust in Mumbai, I was able to learn about the struggles poor, vulnerable citizens, particularly women and children, face with staying safe online and keeping their communities clean. I helped do research on cybersecurity and environmental conservation for the organization and the women's newspaper. Throughout both of these experiences, among others, I loved being able to help others and especially be able to interact with those I helped." The National Honor Society taps Hunter Clifton, who shares, "I love teaching children art, or even just taking care of them at church. I learn as much from them as they learn from me. They are effortlessly themselves and have no boundaries when it comes to imagination or self-doubt. I make sure I let them know that they are valuable and to hold on to their wild imaginations and self-certainty." The Steward National Honor Society taps Kennedy Crook, who explores her dedication to scholarship when she writes, "This past summer, I was granted the opportunity to attend Camp Cardiac at VCU Medical Center. Throughout the week, we learned how to perform sutures, to dissect a pig's heart, and I became CPR certified. We also had the chance to ask questions to a panel of doctors from different fields. Overall, this camp helped me consider learning more about multiple medical professions." The Steward National Honor Society taps Kenan Cummings, who notes, "I exemplify leadership through my job. I work at my school's after-school program, where I make sure the group of lower school kids I look after are both safe and having fun. The job can be difficult at times, but I believe my leadership skills have greatly improved because of the responsibilities I have been given." The Steward National Honor Society taps Alex Iben, who speaks about character when he shares, "Joseph Roberts was a former Richmond Generals player who lost his life to cancer at age 16. He was appreciated for his positive attitude and the way that he presented himself on and off the ice. After his passing, the Generals organization dedicated an award in his honor, giving it away to one player each year. The definition of the award, read aloud by my coach, states the recipient demonstrates dedication and passion for the sport and honored for having strong moral character both on and off the ice. I was extremely grateful to be honored, and it's a day I'll never forget." The Steward National Honor Society taps Libby Einen, who states, "I display the quality of character through my empathetic personality. I'm always trying to be the best friend I can possibly be to my friends, whether it's through being reliable to keep a secret or giving them my honest opinion. I'm always there for my friends and ready to help them whenever they need."
The Steward School National Honor Society taps Grace Fass, who writes, "On the Steward field hockey team, I lead my teammates on and off the field. I'm one of the 2 girls on my team who play travel field hockey and use my experience and knowledge to help my teammates better understand the complexities of the game and help them improve their skills. I'm careful to be supportive, helpful, and a good model, not bossy or demanding." The Steward School National Honor Society taps Mike Frank, who writes about his service, noting, "I never asked my mother for anything in return for helping my mother or with other tasks. The work is more meaningful because of this. This is true of other work as well. I believe that work can be meaningful, and I get more out of it when I expect nothing in return. The happiness and pleasure that I provide for others is in and of itself enough." The Steward School National Honor Society taps Will Frank, who explains, "I was invited to go on a retreat with 4 other Steward students to learn about diversity problems in schools and in the world. I heard countless stories about racial discrimination, homophobia, and gender profiling. After this week, a group of students and I were tasked with leading a discussion about the issues pertaining to racial and gender problems in high school. Being in front of everybody presenting a serious topic was a little scary, but I enjoyed having the opportunity to lead such an important task." The Steward School National Honor Society taps Harrison Gelber, who shares, "While continuing my studies, I pursued my passion of music, particularly percussion. I make the time to practice at least 10 hours a week year-round and participate in many other musical ensembles outside of school. I consider scholarship to be the attribute that best describes me as a person because of my ability to perform with these numerous musical ensembles, all while maintaining high academic standards. Even with the exact extra amount of work, it will not prevent me from pursuing what I cherish. The Steward National Honor Society taps George Goldstein, who notes, "For service, I have led a group of 12 seventh grade boys since the beginning of my sophomore year. My job for them is to be a mentor and a role model so that they can make religious choices within their own lives. Every Sunday and every other Wednesday, I guide them in discussion, and I try to show them how to build relationships with God." The Steward National Honor Society taps Alex Hambrick, who states, "I exemplify the trait of leadership through a more recent event in my life. I am the co-captain of the Rainbow Six Siege team. Rainbow Six Siege is a video game involving strategy and tactics played by teams of 5 players. My role in the team is to support. This means my main job is to help everybody else on my team excel rather than focusing on my own statistics. My role on this team has taught me to focus on the team's performance first, which has taught me to be humble." The Steward National Honor Society taps Andrew Hoffman, who shares, "Recently, I have participated in more community service opportunities, including working with special needs kids at the Special Olympics and doing volunteer work with my neighbors' organizations. They were some of the most wholesome experiences I've ever done before. It felt rewarding to be helping people with special issues and needs." The Steward National Honor Society taps Lizzie Householder, who thinks, "I am a well-rounded kid who is fair-minded and demonstrates strong leadership skills in class and in athletics. I believe that I demonstrate scholarship through the grades that I receive during the course of the year. Yes, some grades I earn are not ideal, but that teaches me how to overcome and work harder next time."
The Steward National Honor Society taps Nan Wong, who wonders, "How can I contribute to the society that nourishes me? I cannot donate money like successful businessmen. I cannot invent any high technology products to improve people's lives like talented scientists. I cannot rescue lives from death like fearless doctors and soldiers. So what can I do for society at my age?" With this question in mind, I started to volunteer. The Steward National Honor Society taps Grace Inge, who thinks, "Seeing my parents so involved in service has completely shaped me to be as involved myself. I still attend Meals on Wheels runs with my family a few times a year. I am also an active volunteer at the Equestrian Center where I ride. I have been volunteering there for 4 years, and I enjoy it and have learned so much from it." The Steward National Honor Society taps Leah Coder, who explains, "My singing has helped me connect with others both locally and internationally. In Beirut, Lebanon, my singing has allowed me to comfort children at St. Jude's Cancer Center. And singing every year with my school's choir in Richmond for the elderly people at retirement homes continues to lift their spirits." The Steward National Honor Society taps Ashley Lambert, who shares, "I believe I should be inducted into the National Honor Society because I love to give back any way I can, and I believe I give a good representation of the 4 qualities of NHS. I have been at Stewards since kindergarten, and I know what it means to be a Spartan and the characteristics that come with it." The Steward National Honor Society taps Mitch Laro, who explains, "I demonstrate leadership in my community by pushing the young men I lead in my youth group to become better versions of themselves, be compassionate to others, and see their true purpose in life." The Steward National Honor Society taps Hannah Lipinski, who shares, "Working with kids is such a positive experience for me because of my love for children and because children never fail to pose a new challenge. I have also volunteered in Steward volleyball camps over the summer for kids, which pairs 2 of the things I enjoy most together." The Steward National Honor Society taps Casey McClendon, who states, "Since I was young, I volunteered at the Virginia home with my mom, helping with disabled adults. We hosted celebrations for the residents and participated in annual events. Service best captures who I am and who I wish to be in the future. Ultimately, I hope to pursue a career in philanthropy." The Steward National Honor Society taps Matt Mccullough, who believes, ever since childhood, my mother and father have always taught me about the importance of being a person I could be proud of. Growing up with 3 sisters has also helped my character grow and flourish. I have always tried to be as nice as possible to everyone and be the best person I can be. Through these important lessons and values, my character has been changed, leading to me being happier with myself.
The Steward National Honor Society taps Baylor McKeon, who thinks, my character is clearly seen on the soccer field, where I demonstrate great sportsmanship in every match. Whether it's helping up an injured player from either team or displaying great integrity and honesty for the games and referees, I can always be counted on. The Steward National Honor Society taps Jack Morgan, who explains, I am constantly improving myself when I feel like I could do better, and when I achieve something great, I always ask myself how I could do even better next time. In addition to that, I always try to bring other people up and help them reach their goals along with me. The world is a big and scary place, but I hope to have the most positive impact that I can have on it and bring others along on the journey with me. The Steward National Honor Society taps Nicole Odibo, who shares, I like to believe that I am a genuine person and that the love, care, and respect that I show to others is 100% real. I'm also grateful. That is the one thing, if anything, that I want people to know me for, my gratitude. I am grateful for every day, opportunity, and material item that I am met with. The Steward National Honor Society taps Jenna Odom, who thinks, service is a large part of my life. Since before I can remember, I have been attending and volunteering at Richmond's annual Susan G. Komen's Race for the Cure, a race fun run for breast cancer awareness. My grandmother, who I am very close with, is a breast cancer survivor and one of the strongest women I know. She is my role model. My grandma has also pushed me to fight and stand up for what I believe in, which I think has contributed to how active I am in volunteering in events that spread awareness for disabilities or illnesses. The Steward National Honor Society taps Anna Pastore, who shares, of the 4 characteristics, I believe that the quality I embody the most is that of character. Beyond any academic, athletic, or outside achievements, I value how I treat others and how I show myself in the world the most. I could be as successful in academics or athletics as I want, but without good character, I find these qualities worthless. My character is what drives all my other qualities, and I hold myself to a high standard to ensure I contribute to society, not detract from it. The Steward National Honor Society taps Mary Pastore, who believes, my character is the aspect of myself that I value the most, and I believe that my character is what makes me proud of myself and who I have become. I am very empathetic, and I would do just about anything to make my friends feel happy and confident at all times. I work hard to make others feel comfortable, and people feel safe confiding in me, as they know I will always listen. I am very passionate about making positive changes in my home, school, and the world, as treating all people with respect and fairness is essential to my life. The Steward National Honor Society taps Taylor Poor, who writes, my favorite ways I have shown service are through raising awareness for cancer and Alzheimer's. My little cousin, Ada, was diagnosed with leukemia when I was in middle school, and she was in elementary school. I remember walking out of the hospital after we visited her. That was when I worked up the nerve to ask my parents why she was there. When they told me, I broke into sobs. Ada is the kindest person you will ever meet. Working with her to raise money for research is very important to me. I am happy to report she is now in remission. The Steward National Honor Society taps Sarah Qureshi, who thinks, being at Steward since kindergarten, I have been taught the values of being a good person or a good Spartan from a young age. I believe that I embody the quality of character because of all the role models I have had in my life. Seeing other people being great people makes me determined to become an even better person myself, and I believe that this is shown in myself today.
The Steward National Honor Society taps Caroline Ray, who states, I exhibit leadership qualities in most small group activities, especially during the entrepreneurship program events. Last year, during the program's collaboration with the Richmond-based company Mccullough, I helped to lead my team by pitching our idea and taking the initiative to complete our assignment and get everyone on task. We ended up winning the project, which helped make the experience a great one. The Steward National Honor Society taps Cameron Robbins, who describes, "When it comes to service, I have always prided myself on serving others. This is evident as I have personally been on many national and international mission trips through church. It is my duty to do whatever I can to help people, whether it be through emotional ways by being kind and providing people with an outlet, or physical ways like building houses or aiding communities in need." The National Honor Society taps Zach Rosenthal, who explains, "The best quality for me is service. Helping others is my calling card. I crave the ability to put a smile on someone else's face, and it gives me, and hopefully others, happiness in their life. In the Special Olympics this past year, I got to help and serve lots of amazing people. They were vibrant with their energy, and it was infectious. It was so much fun helping them with their basketball skills and abilities." The National Honor Society taps Claire Savarino, who shares, "I made a life-changing decision during the summer of 2019 to volunteer at the Virginia home, and it is something I will never forget and will continue into the upcoming summer. I had the privilege to spend time with amazing individuals living at the Virginia home, and I listened to their amazing stories and became their friend, which is something I will cherish." The Steward National Honor Society taps Edward Shield, who thinks, "As growing up as a child, my father and mother took special care in teaching me the meaning of honor and integrity. Both have played a key role in every decision that I have ever made, controlling every facet of my life. I take special care in surrounding myself with people who also hold these principles dear." The Steward National Honor Society taps Hannah Silverman, who writes, "I try to advocate for people who do not have a voice. I do this every day by being one of the co-presidents of an inclusivity club, Gender Sexuality Alliance. Though this club, I advocate for the voices of the LGBTQ+ community in Steward." The National Honor Society taps Jake Smithson, who shares, "One of the biggest leadership positions I've taken is as leader of the Common Ground Club. The Common Ground Club started from seeing the amount of divide I've seen in society and the belief that if people can find a place to discuss these issues without the influence of just one biased news source, they could find common ground. Since this club has been started, I believe people have been able to see issues from other points of view, leading to more unity in our community rather than division." The Steward National Honor Society taps Josh Stein, who writes, "I feel as if my service to my community is the truest representation of who I hope to become in the future. Although I have not begun my college education yet, I am certain that as I become older, my main goal will be to help those who are not as fortunate as I am, possibly pursuing a career in law or politics. In this sense, I believe that my service as a high school student is a proper reflection of the traits I hope to embody as my life progresses."
The Steward National Honor Society taps Cassie Steinfat, who believes, "I've had the opportunity to be a teaching assistant for preschoolers at the First Presbyterian Church camps and engage with children from the ages of 2 to 7 for many weeks during the summertime. My love for kids is evident because of how much I babysit and volunteer with them." The Steward National Honor Society taps Grace Strumminger, who notes, "If anyone knows me well, they would tell you I'm obsessed with children. I have volunteered at the JCC preschool summer camp for years, helping the counselors with the campers. I would play with the kids, help set up activities for them, make them snacks, and help them get to activities. I have also gotten over 300 hours of community service at my summer camp. I have helped package meals at camp and have volunteered helping younger campers. The Steward National Honor Society taps Drew Thompson, who believes the difference between millionaires and billionaires, I have heard, is that millionaires like to have wealth, while billionaires relish the act of accumulating wealth. I like to think myself a billionaire of knowledge. I relish not the mere presence of knowledge, but the active accumulation of knowledge, which has come to be the fundamental joy and drive in my life. Through such motivation, I constantly push myself to new levels of scholarship. A scholar, one who holds and accumulates knowledge, is the definition of who I am. The Steward National Honor Society taps Zach Topich, who shares character. This one's probably the one that captures me the best. They always say how actions speak louder than words, but that doesn't mean you can ignore your words or exaggerate your actions to make up for them. I personally believe that they matter the same amount because I believe that one can't truly have one without the other. The Steward National Honor Society taps Mimi Trainum, who thinks, one characteristic I show is service. I'm very passionate about helping others, one of my favorites being when I was in middle school. I came up with the idea to start a shoe drive for the homeless. It was rewarding, counting all the different shoes collected and being recognized for my accomplishments in the paper. The Steward National Honor Society taps Miggy Wang, who writes, although this is currently my second year living in the United States and navigating the American education system as a Chinese person, my experiences thus far have fortified my work ethic and devotion to becoming a change agent within society. Last year, I pushed myself to enroll in one of the most challenging courses offered, AP US History, in order to act on my passion for history and familiarize myself with the notable historical events of America. Despite not having any experience with this subject in the past, I persevered through obstacles I encountered as a non-native English speaker. As a result, my motivation to gain deeper insight, my willingness to speak up in class, and my ability to utilize constructive feedback from my teachers, I'm making progress every day in fulfilling my goals. The Steward National Honor Society taps Hayley Warren, who shares, first and foremost, the creative endeavor that has meant the most to me throughout my life has undoubtedly been writing. Whether I'm writing songs, poems, short stories, or scenes for future screenplays, I am truly always writing and always looking to improve in my storytelling abilities. After all, storytelling is so important because of its innate ability to bring individuals together. And because of this universal quality, I have always been drawn to this medium of expression in a passionate way that I cannot quite describe. Nevertheless, I believe my love of learning new things and my consistent striving to challenge myself in these areas exemplifies how the term scholarship fits in my life. The Steward National Honor Society taps Matthew Wilson, who believes, my character is best displayed by the fact that I have no bad relationships with anyone at Steward, teacher or student. I'm proud I'm able to detach my political and cultural disagreements with the person from how I see them holistically. Through this, I've maintained amicable relationships with my teachers and fellow classmates. I've taken an active role in the Common Grounds Club in order to engage in civil discourse around controversial topics. I'm committed to securing justice to those for whom society often overlooks, and I plan to use my leadership qualities to do just that. This group of inductees is filled with athletes, actors, artists, and thinkers. They're involved with so many activities in our school and around our community. Their combined stories about the importance of learning, leading, service, and character are a true inspiration. I declare these students to be fully qualified to uphold the precepts of the society. Congratulations to you all. Let's give them a round of applause. Now that they're members of the NHS, we challenge today's inductees to continue to devote their attention to learning, leading, serving, and caring. We hope our world will be a better one because of their participation in it. At the conclusion of the ceremony, please be sure to take your lapel pin and your certificate, which are right under your seats for each of you. And now, the head of the upper school, Dr. Seldis, will say a few closing words.
Good morning. It's somewhat ironic that I stand here this morning to give these closing remarks because I now think officially I'm the only person in this auditorium who is not a member of the National Honor Society. We don't have the NHS in England, and I think it's more the poorer for it, because any society that promotes the ideals of service, scholarship, leadership, and character is absolutely worthy of our time. And your induction into the National Honor Society this morning is absolutely worthy of our congratulations. On behalf of the faculty, the administration, and all the rest of the students here in the upper school, we are so incredibly proud of each and every one of you for what you have accomplished. You're wonderful young men and women, you're great students, and you're awesome Spartans. And now you are very worthy members of the National Honor Society. So my hearty congratulations to each and every one of you. This brings an end to this morning's ceremony, and I invite you all to go to second period. Thank you.